I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the Gleason kid that was in Harry Potter?
Yes.
His name is Donal? Hey everyone, welcome to the Showbiz Pop 5. I'm your host, Whitney.
I'm Lauren, and this week we are going to be talking about the releases coming to Hulu and Netflix in August that we are most excited about. Can't wait to talk about them.
5 of them.
Very excited. We've got 5. I am kicking things off this week with our number 1 pick. Not necessarily number 1 pick, but one of the shows we're pumped about. Selling the OC. It's coming to Netflix this August. It's from the same guy, Adam DeVello, who did Selling Tampa and the original Selling Sunset. And this time we're getting a fresh batch of realtors who are a bit younger than the gals on Selling Sunset, and like just as catty.
Are they really realtors?
From what I understand. I mean,
I'll never forget watching Selling Sunset, and the one girl was like, we had to do a very complicated business move. It was called a contingency. And I was like, I know what a contingency is in real estate. Don't most people? If you're a realtor, it's in season 1. Go back and watch.
I mean, I believe you. I mean, I spoke with Mary Fitzgerald from Selling Sunset, and she seems very knowledgeable about what she does. Maybe that's not the case for all of them.
But maybe it's because Chrishell previously was on a soap opera that I was like, is she really?
She did start as an actor model.
Maybe that's why I had it in my head. They weren't real.
It's possible. But Selling the OC is going to bring us plenty of real estate porn, plenty more drama. I'm excited because Heather Rael Musa is listed on the Oppenheim Group's Orange County website. So I'm thinking we might get a little cameo from her. She's pregnant, so maybe we'll get to see some of that storyline, but they might be saving that for Selling Sunset.
Orange County and Selling Sun, like Orange County's not in, I thought Hollywood or LA was.
Selling Sunset is like the Sunset Strip, Hollywood Boulevard.
Orange County, okay, whatever. Whatever.
But anyway, that is going to be 8 episodes and it premieres on August 24th.
Okay, so my pick for out of our top 5 is Lock and Key returns for season 3 on August 9th on Netflix, and it follows the Lock and Key family as they uncover more magic within Key House, while a new threat, the most dangerous one yet, looms in Matheson with plans of his own for the Keys. So if you haven't watched Lock and Key, it is based on a horror comic by Stephen King's son, and it follows the Locke family, and they have to move to this old house that was passed down generations, and they keep finding these keys that have magic, and they all have magic powers, and it's really cool to see what all the keys do. Like there's one, I know in the comic there's at least one that turns you into whatever animal your like spirit animal is.
Ooh, like a Patronus in Harry Potter.
Sort of, yeah. And
like sort of, but no.
It's been so long since I've read Harry Potter, to be honest. I'm over it. But they also have like an invisibility key and a key where you can put it into any
This is Harry Potter. You're describing Harry Potter.
door and go into another room. They have keys in Harry Potter?
No, but invisibility cloaks.
Well, it's magic. Every magic movie has invisibility.
Just saying.
It's not a ripoff Harry Potter. It's also pretty scary. Like I know it stars kids, but I wouldn't let the littles watch it. You know, tweens, preteens, they're okay, but it's kind of scary, and it has some mature themes, if you will. Some of the teenagers get a little spicy.
Okay.
So that returns on August 9th, and I am super excited to watch it.
I love it. Number 3 on our pop 5 list is The Patient, which I cannot wait to see. It's coming to Hulu. It's starring Steve Carell and Donal Gleason. Said his name correctly because I looked it up.
It's not Donald?
No, it's Donal. He said it's like tonal without the T, a D.
Donal.
I should share that video. But anyway, it's about a therapist who gets held prisoner by a patient who just happens to be a serial killer. So like, how can that not be interesting? Sam has an unusual therapeutic demand for Alan, his therapist, to curb his homicidal urges. In order to survive, Alan must unwind Sam's disturbed mind and stop him from killing again. The trailer looks amazing. I'm mostly excited to see Steve Carell because, one, he's Steve Carell. And I love Steve Carell in a dramatic role. I loved him in Dan in Real Life, Welcome to Marwen. I know everybody's used to seeing him as like the funny guy, but he does dramas really well. So also Hulu's been killing it recently, in my opinion, with like scripted series. I don't know if you feel the same way, but every Hulu series I've watched recently, I've been like, this is aces.
I can't remember the last time I watched a Hulu series. You'd have to like name them for me and be like, oh yes, I watched that. Oh, the one about the blood drop girl.
The Dropout.
That was really good.
10 out of 10.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this the Gleason kid that was in Harry Potter?
Yes.
His name is Donal? Remember, we've had this conversation. Irish names.
Yes.
A lot of excessive letters that don't make any sense.
They really do. They really do. He must be. He must be.
My entire life, I thought his name was Domhnall Gleeson.
Domhnall. No, Donal. Anyway, The Patient's going to be 10 episodes. It comes out on August 30th. The first 3 episodes will drop on August 30th, and then new episodes will come out weekly every Tuesday.
I will probably check it out. I don't know.
You must.
Yeah, probably. I probably will. It just depends on what else I'm covering at the time. My next up actually premieres next week, and it's a movie. August 12th, we get Day Shift, starring Jamie Foxx, Dave Franco, Snoop Dogg. I think Mark Wahlberg.
Dave Franco?
Yes.
I haven't seen that guy in a minute.
I know. I haven't seen him since The Rental, and I'm okay with that. But I didn't like that movie, okay? And
no, I did.
I know you did, but I didn't.
Stop trying to fight me.
They were very irresponsible dog owners in that movie. Okay, Day Shift. Jamie Foxx stars as a hardworking blue-collar dad who just wants to provide a good life for his quick-witted daughter. But his mundane San Fernando Valley pool cleaning job is a front for his real source of income, hunting and killing vampires as part of an international union of vampire hunters.
Wait, this was like kind of the plot in First Kill, which Netflix just kiboshed. But like the one girl's family was vampires and the other girl's family were like monster hunters. Why is this like now a thing? The Monster Hunter era.
I feel like monster hunters have been around for a while.
It's the new like hot thing.
Oh yeah,
it's like cool. It's hip to be cool.
It's very cyclical with these things. Like, you know, vampires have been out for a while. Like, you know, they were out
for a while.
for a while after Twilight. You know, that ruined them for a lot of people. Now they're back. But this looks very funny. It looks just my type, of movie. It's got a good soundtrack. It has a lot of dry sense of humor type responses, and I love Jamie Foxx. I love Mark Wahlberg, and who doesn't love Snoop Dogg? So I am super excited to watch this one.
Yeah, I'm in it for the cast. I'll stay for the plot. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to win any Oscars by any means, but it's going to.
No, it'll be an easy, fun watch.
It'll be an hour and a half of me laughing.
Yeah,
which is all I want, really.
Like that, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all anybody ever wants.
Apparently,
number 5 on our list is Mike, simply called Mike. It's about Mike Tyson. It's going to come to Hulu. It's a mini series recounting basically his entire life story, from the poverty he experienced growing up to his heavyweight boxing career. It is a scripted series starring Trevante Rhodes as Tyson. Russell Hornsberry is in it. Harvey Keitel is in it. Laura Harrier is in it. But I'm excited because I just love like a biopic, just generally. Oh, yeah. And I don't know too much about Mike Tyson other than, you know, what everybody knows about Mike Tyson. And he's got that like...
He got his ear bitten off.
Yeah. And he has like somewhat of a sordid history. So
oh yeah,
I like a show that will like show me the other sides. And they did, the write-ups that I was reading about this said a lot of the person we assumed to be Mike Tyson, it was basically churned up by the media. So I'm excited to like see his side of the story, basically.
Growing up, you're too young, but growing up, and I mean, I remember exactly where I was when I saw that fight. Like we had paid for it.
It was that kind of a event.
Yeah, like you remember him biting. No, he didn't get his ear bitten off. He bit off.
He did the biting.
He bit off of Evander Holyfield's ear. Growing up in the 80s, Mike Tyson was a legend. Like everybody knew his name. And then he did this. And it was like, maybe Mike Tyson is a psycho. And then he kind of became a parody of himself for a little bit, you know, where he appeared in The Hangover and all that, you know, other stuff. But I am excited to see how they do this like biopic and see like the background of it. But there was a lot of bad stuff out about that guy. Like, that, you know, people came out and said. So I'm curious to see how they're going to show it and if it'll change the public's opinion.
Well, all will be addressed in Mike, the 8-episode series. It comes to Hulu on August 25th, and 2 new episodes will be streaming weekly.
Nice. Although I don't like this release it once a week. I want to binge it. I'm an addict and I want to get it all at once. I don't want to wait.
I feel that way with some things, but it's just like easier on my TV loving heart to
True.
phase things out, because there's just like the amount of TV I consume on a weekly basis would probably disgust most of you. It is my job. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, it is for sure. So, and anytime we're watching something, I'm like, can I write about this? What could I write about this? So yeah, definitely our job. But that does it for this week. We want to know what you guys think about upcoming Hulu or Netflix or any streaming platform, really. What are you excited for in August? It's coming out. Tell us in the comments down below. As always, like, subscribe, and you'll get notifications when we have new videos. You can also follow us on Facebook at Showbiz Cheat Sheet. You can follow us on Instagram at Showbiz Cheat Sheet, and we're on Twitter at Cheat Sheet. So that does it for this week. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you tune in next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Later, guys.